Chat destacado, chat en directo. How can I open this in a new window? Nice. So cool, very cool. Now I would like to have this here somewhere, like here. Okay, not fully expanded, but there you go. I don't know what is this sound like. This here. So, okay, just doing this stuff. So, right. What's the idea? Today, the idea is to work or to refactor this old prototype. Like, it is not that old because I was actually just already working on it. But this prototype, hold on, this is just loading. It was taking kind of quite a while. Okay, let's wait. And I was just checking which are the game jams that are available now. I close this, I close this, and this. I would like to participate in one of these jams, but I don't know. I haven't participated in any, so yeah, I would like to jump into one of them. I'm gonna open my Flappy Bird project meanwhile, because there are several things that I want to try. The first one is, okay, the idea is to get this project hopefully done and reworked in a way that I like more. For instance, we have this is the project, right? This is our main menu, and this is, okay, first of all, we are using Canvas, we are using the event system, and we are using just some game assets. What is this about? Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, okay. So this project is based on this YouTube video, like Flappy Bird, Code Monkey. I do love his tutorials. This is the project that I did, but as you can see, this is 5 years old. And this guy knows a lot and knows how to program Unity. But back then he did I'm not saying that he didn't know how to program. No. But he did like few very interesting things that I don't necessarily agree with. So yeah, this was the tutorial that I was following that time. So what's the idea? The idea is to have this project using like the current Unity features that we have. And with that, we just, I don't have my chat. Where is the chat? Let's see. So I will have, where's the chat? This is my chat here. Okay. Jesus, this is insanely huge. How can I just chat? Where is my chat? This is my chat. I want to move this chat. Let's see. Let's create a new window, maybe. Here. Okay. How can I move? Oh, where is it? Dude, how can I move this? How can I move this window outside of the other window? I don't know. Let's move this a little bit here. I don't want this to be like, yeah. Gonna leave it as it is here. Docked here. And let me add then the other chat. Let's see, let's put it a little bit smaller. Yes. Gonna move it here. No. Gonna move it here. And I will add the other chat. Where is the other chat? Window capture. Let's see. This is my fuck. This is YouTube. YouTube chat. Okay, let me add this Safari. What is that? Status indicator. Unity properties. Bro, I cannot see that. Where is that? No. Show window shadows. No. Doc. Bro, I cannot see that. Is it this one? No. Dude. Where is this? No. Okay, never mind. We don't have the YouTube chat available, so I have to drag it here so I can see both. There you go. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you? No. Oh, Jesus. Oh my goodness. Mac is so annoying sometimes. Okay. This is not working. So I have no idea how to do this. I'm gonna close this for now. Okay, and I'm going to open this up a little bit in another window then, because I don't know what to do with the other chat. Oh my goodness. Where's the fucking chat? Here. There you go. Now you are resized. Finally. Oof. Got it. Okay. Now what is this black window? Oh my goodness. So I have my YouTube. That must be deleted. Yes. Nice. Finally, we're back. So what's the idea? So I have this project that is using very interesting patterns in components. So I would like to have this in the typical way, how I do things, with few changes. For instance, instead of using the all UI system, I would like to use UI toolkit. I have no idea how to do it, but that's the idea. That's part of the plan. And the other thing is I would like to restructure. All right, let's hit play. So, okay, we have an animation. We have some sounds. I don't like those sounds, but those are the ones that came with the tutorial. So thank you, Cool Monkey, for that. So I play here. I have a loading screen that fakes the loading stuff. They have the highest score saved in my computer is 23 and essentially I just tap and this starts. So one thing that I have here in this project is we have like this gap that is kind of randomly generated, but like the idea is to progress. And oh my goodness, cannot beat this, bro. So the idea is to fix something that I don't like. So we have this gap, and this is the easy mode. When we reach a certain number of pipes, this is getting harder and harder. But if you see, the gap is always like in the middle. So I can just, I don't know, keep doing this forever, and the gap is never gonna be enough, like close enough. See, this is the harder way. Oh my goodness, I cannot beat this. But if you see, the gap is always in the middle. I don't remember how the original Flappy Bird game was, but I think the gap was also higher and lower in some cases. So I want to play with that to add more difficulty. So yeah, that's the idea. If I add more difficulty to this, well, nice. It will be more challenging and more enjoyable. So and what else? We couldn't tell about the clouds, but there was a thing that I didn't like that much about the clouds. Let me see. Where are the clouds? The cloud. So where is the cloud? Okay, let's see the behavior of the clouds. I remember there is something that I don't like that much about the clouds, but I cannot tell what it was. There is an empty space. I think the clouds are fine. Yeah, clouds are fine. Oh, this overlapping thing is ugly. And this this game over menu, also the idea is to change it. Don't like these sounds. Ugh. So the idea is I will get new assets, or maybe I will do some, and after that I will import them, and the idea is to prepare a new tutorial. So based on what I do, that is based on this Code Monkeys project, I will do a new version of Flappy Bird. Why? Because I don't know, I think it's always nice to have this kind of tutorials. This tutorial is a 2 hours long tutorial. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Mine, I I usually, for instance, for the augmented reality tutorials, I was like, okay, maybe this tutorial can last 20 minutes. There are the last two, I think they are like 14, 16 minutes or something like that. I cannot remember, but yeah, this one is gonna be like longer. I don't think I'm gonna split the video in. There is this other way. For instance, I was doing this. Let's see, this is a Phaser.js. I was doing, where is this guy? This guy. I was about to do the same, like, but he has the full course. That's nice, because I was following this chapter by chapter, which is nice because you can tell what are you working on, and you are more organized. But at some point you can't just miss. For instance, he was uploading this 1 week, then another week, then another week, and then another week. And I don't know, I think people can get lost. Like you never finished. You never finish those. It is likely, at least for me, to finish a YouTube video, something like this, rather than a thing like this that is chopped in many chapters. But I do like how he splits the project, so it is clear about how you are gonna work on. This is player setup, player input, input testing, base component, the player movement. Look, the titles are very clear. So maybe he has also
Welcome to this.
Yeah, he has the sections: create player class, base component overview, state machine intro, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I would like to have something like that. So, and the challenge is also to do this tutorial in English and in Spanish. Like in Spanish it's always easier, but yeah, it's not that You can do it in Spanish, like it is a lot easier for sure, but I want to do it on English too, so yeah, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. Okay, enough of talking, let's go into the, I don't want to have this package manager on this window. Yeah, so okay, I have this input actions. Okay, I also want to, I watched this video, what is this? Unity input system. I got curious about doing this because of this video, I think. Because this video is already implementing also the input system in the toolkit. So I would like also to integrate that. For instance, here, if I press, I don't know, up and down, I cannot select the button. So like, okay, this cannot be, like, this is not a console game, but it would be nice if you have just your arrow keys or something like that to also highlight the option. I would like to implement that too. How to do it, I have no idea. I just, oh my goodness, no, I was looking into the Unity manual, so I was here checking the introduction to UI toolkit. So as far as I know, we have to get these three components: the style, the kind of HTML. So we have a root box, so I think root is the canvas, box could be a panel, and then we have the other UI stuff that we want on it. So yeah, I don't know, let's see. I would like to dock this where? Okay, let's dock this here. There you go, much nicer. Okay, so let's begin with this. So what is game assets for? Okay, this is a prefab and this has game assets. Game assets is for what? It has the sprite. It has an audio, sound clips. Like this script theoretically could be a scriptable game object. So we have one for the assets we have on the main menu and the assets that we have for the game scene. Actually, we could have also some for the loading screen. But I'm not sure if I like this approach. Okay, let's begin first with the actual game. So I have this level script. Okay, I have a game manager. What does game manager? So game manager does nothing. Imagine a game manager doing nothing. Okay, interesting. We have a level. Okay, the birth has this birth script. I have an instance. Why do I need an instance of this? Let's see, what is go to implementation? Who is using this? Okay, yeah, let's rename this by instance. This is public, and this was used probably here and here. Okay, first of all, let's fix the birth. So I have on action and on started playing. I have my state waiting to start playing and death. Okay, so that is our initial state. So we have this instance awake. Navigation bar declaration or usages. I don't know who is using this. For game over window. Because this state, like, hold on, I don't like this much. So these are the states that are related to player. And the level and the game over window are listening to the state of the birth. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to have some extra states, but I don't know. We can have maybe a state for game manager, something like let's say public, oh my goodness, public enum state for game. So this is paused. This could be also game over, playing, or begin. This could be the states. And I could have this that is initially set up as begin. Yeah, the idea is to decouple the logic a little bit, like making everything relying on the game manager. That is the script that is going to dictate or decide what is the state that I want. Like all the components in the game, in the actual game, are gonna listen to this specific script. So we can maybe in the future we can somehow destroy the player if we need or something, but we don't need to do that. But okay, just let's leave it as it is for now. I have the state. I have this instance. Then I get my rigid body 2D. If this is null, return. And then okay, I have this rigid body type 2D as a static because I don't want to do anything unless I first pressed tab so the game starts. On trigger enter, we set the state as death. So this does rigid body type. Set the rigid body type depending on the state. So if this is static or dynamic. Static again. So let's create awake. And I'm gonna create a public instance, public static manager instance. There you go. Here, if instance is null, then destroy this. Otherwise, instance is this. That's essentially it. After that, I will have public like state should be private void set state, and here I will have a state that is gonna be state. Because this is public, this should be also be state, but enum state. Let's rename this as game state. There you go. This is my game state. So what I'm gonna do here is maybe this should be, you know what, this should be private state game state. There you go. Here game state is equals to state. Oh my goodness. And I will do a getter. No, I'm gonna listen to this. So let's create here my public state get state, and this is gonna return this. There you go. Here in start I will say, okay, it is already set up as it is, but just in case, it's begin. And I'll just set state begin. There you go. I would also like to have another, like the action public static action that will return state on this case and state change. So every time this gets fired, like every time we change the state, I will just fire this event so the other scripts can listen or subscribe to this event. Because I'm doing this because when we have this score window, we are using update method to cast the score. Well, not necessarily for that, but where, for instance, here birth, do I have an action? Okay, yes, I have these actions. I know, I just want to have this logic in game manager. Yeah, I'm gonna listen then the actually this birth. Okay, this is, yes, I know this is a bird, but this is the player, so just rename this as it should be. This is player. So I have this player instance. So let's go again back here. If player that instance is not null, then subscribe to to this. So player that instance that on death I'm gonna subscribe to on death. But actually, if I want to decouple this, I would say if player is dead, I want to remove this. If player is dead, I will say game manager dot instance dot set state. Oh my goodness, I don't have this error. This should be public set state. Yeah, I want this to be listened by all the components in the game, but I don't want the, yeah, that's the idea. I want this script to be listened in all the components in the game, but this doesn't need to rely on any of them. So let's go here to player and set, I get the instance that set state, and here I will say state that but I want to say instead that game manager that state that game over. Not sure if I should have that. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's leave it as it is for now. So I say, hey, this is game over. Simple as that. Here, for instance, when this is on top, where's the game manager? States playing. So this is begin, and I want to, okay, the idea is to move this to the state playing. So if the manager that instance that get state is equals to this begin, if this is the case, then what I want to do is to say game manager that instance that set state playing. Simple as that. So yes, I want to say if game manager is in begin, then set the state to playing, and we can do the stuff. So I have this sound manager, sound audio source. Okay, I remember this is the script that I want to change, but yeah, I will do it later. So here I don't need to do game over. I don't need to listen to player again. I have to say game manager that instance that on what's the on state change, what's the, okay, I don't need to hear the actual instance, but I can say simply game manager that on state change, then unsubscribe to on death. On state change. So I will listen to this, and here if this is the state, if state is equals to game over, then I will show. Otherwise, so okay, on death. So I show the whole thing here. Yeah, just gonna use it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use game over for other states, because I'm hiding this the whole time. Okay, let's see. Let me see where I am setting up the values. This is your score. It can be just always set up here. Here I'm gonna do just game manager that and change the state. This is gonna play on state change. There you go. I have this red tree, I have this loader, show, hide, main menu, and button play sound. Okay. Well, here what I'm hearing to, so instead of player on death, I will listen to game manager that on change the state is gonna say on state changed. I'm gonna create the method. It's gonna get the state game state, so this is level. I'm gonna use, okay, for now I will say if, but no, let's just switch, good. Game state, so case, let's say if this is game over, then break. So what's the thing that I want to do? I want to play on death. Is all I want. If I want to say if this is gonna begin, I'm gonna say break. No, what I'm hearing too. Level also has. Okay, I was having this state. Yeah, I was having this local state. This is my level, right? Yeah. State changed. So, okay, hold on. Gonna get rid of this. So, I'm gonna work only by using the game state that is going to dictate what's the thing that I'm gonna do. So here, because I'm using start, I'm gonna unsubscribe, like just gonna unsubscribe from this method here. I don't need this state anymore. So every time I die, I will save score. I have this class. What is this class for? Okay. Okay, nice. This is to get and this is to set. Okay, nice. This is cool. So I had, okay, I didn't notice this. I have a score class to save the score or to handle the saving and getting the score. So okay, nice. On death is going to say it's gonna do this. But what is level for? This should be pipes manager. Actually, I'm gonna rename this like pipes manager. Pipes manager. Yeah, I'm gonna rename this because it was not clear. So this is the script that handles the gap that appear in the pipes and the pipes spawning and all that stuff. All the logic is in here. So it was not that clear for me. So, and I have this update method. Oh my goodness. So if on this case, a game manager, that, what was the thing that I had? If this is death, or this is waiting to start, this is handling the pipe movement, the pipe spawning, the handle boundaries movement. So all these things happen only when I'm playing, essentially. So if game manager, that instance that get state is playing. If this is playing, do it. Otherwise, what? And what's the issue? If playing. Okay, hold on. David, you are so dumb sometimes. You have to learn how to read. Okay, yeah. I was missing an equals. So if we are not playing, then don't do this, essentially. Okay, back to player. So I have on tab, this is my reach body. So on tab. Where is on tab? When I do on tab, then jump. Set state playing. Okay, birth. Do I need for player a state? Like if this is alive or this is death? Like I could have these two, that is playing or death. But what could be this state for? Because at the end, yes, I was waiting. The idea for this state was to invoke. Yeah, I don't need this actually. Yeah, I don't need this instance. Like I am going to jump anyways if this loads. So let's see. which are the cases where I can jump. So I can jump if game manager is equals to playing like, which are the cases when I am playing or when I am just beginning. I can tap on that. Because that's the other bug. So when I had the game over, if I tap, I was still listening for the sound. So I want to fix that. So if this is playing or game manager that instance that state that begin. These are the only two cases where I want to have this to happen. Then jump. But I need to do another validation. So, okay, I know that this is gonna jump, okay? This game state, I don't know, state. Because I could do also this public static state game state with a get and a private set. And when I set the state, I can say, okay, game state is equals to state, and then I invoke the event. But instead of getting this, I can just have this directly like this game state. I don't need this, and here I will listen just game manager. If game manager that game state, yeah, it's shorter, you know, like this. Oh, but still I'm doing the validation here on jump. So okay, let's do it on this way. So on top you need to jump, like if game state that game manager that game state is equals to or is, if this is beginning or game manager that game state is playing, then jump, because jump has the sound. Okay, yes, nice. And here inside jump I do if, actually this should play every time I tap, but here for instance instead if game manager that game state is no, I shouldn't do this here. Okay, I'm gonna just double check here. If game manager that game state is state that begin, then game manager that instance that set state playing. So here is where I want to do this, and just jump. Okay, so I don't need to do extra validation here. So you just do what you are supposed to. That is essentially adding the velocity up and playing the sound. Here I have this set state. Ah. Yeah, so waiting to start. Yeah, this is a nice state too. So player needs also, yeah, player needs its state. In this case, private state, and this is waiting to start. So essentially I said, what's the idea when I set the player state? I want to enable or disable the body type. I don't need to, like, I don't need actions. So I will just add another, that is private void set rigid body type. Set rigid body type, and this gets a rigid body to the type to the rigid body type. So here, when I set this, I wanna say set rigid body type and rigid body type static or kinematic. That's the other one. I'm gonna try this one. Here I will say the same. So just when this is playing, I want this to be dynamic, and when this is just static, like okay, kinematic, static, I don't mind. Jeez, I'm gonna say this, and I have this game manager. So here I want to say state. This is gonna be my state. Set state. In this case, state that waiting to start. This is my beginning. Okay, this is the most important thing. I need to get the rigid body. If there is not such a thing, then just do nothing. Then if it does, I just set the state that automatically sets the rigid body type, right? So I'm saying, yeah, kinematic, dynamic, kinematic, nothing else. Okay, nice. I have my jump, I have on top. I'm just gonna put this in parentheses because it is kind of easier to read, at least for me. And what else? On trigger enter. Okay, when this enters, hold on, when this is entering is because the birth is getting triggered by another sprite. So it can be the roof, it can be the floor, or it can be a pipe. So do I need this? No. Do I need to play this sound? No, because this sound is played here. Luz, yes, no. It cannot be here. When this is death, you play this sound and you do nothing. So I have to set state to state dot death. I just need to do this. So I come here and that's pretty much it. This thing, I could extract these three things in death state, but it would be redundant. Like, it is clear. I don't like to keep them here, but handle player death. Okay, that's a new, that is a nice name description. Handle player death. So when the player dead is dead, just you do this stuff and you change game manager instance by game over. That's pretty much it. So let's save. I have an error here in pipes manager. Okay, here instead of this I have just game state equals to all this stuff. What else? Okay, like theoretically this should work. I hope so. I don't know, I hope so. Let's see. No cameras rendering. I got a new reference section. Yeah, I have no camera. I have no cameras. Why? Like, I come here, set left bound. What? Okay, this is new to me. Right. I don't know what is that. Set left bound. And this is getting called by start. Okay, let's load again. No cameras rendering. Where is my camera then? I am destroying my game manager. Okay, this is weird. This is awkward, actually. I am destroying my object. Game manager is getting destroyed. Oh, yeah. If this is null, but no, if this is not null, it's because we already have an instance. Then it should be destroyed. Otherwise, it shouldn't. David. Okay, now this should work nicely. So I'm just waiting, and then. Okay, yeah, because I'm setting the player as dynamic instead of static. So let's see. This is dynamic, this is static. Yes, and this is static. There you go. Okay. Jump. And when I am set state, what? State equals to state. Hold on. Set, okay, I forgot to set this state as state that playing. There you go. I set the game manager state and I set the player state, and then jump. So when this is here on start set state, yeah, I don't need, like, I just can have this bar state equals var state equals to a new state Actually, I just can handle this directly. No, state. There you go. I have my state, so I don't need to keep track, at least for now, of this. Okay. Ooh, notification. Okay, nice. Let's see, how is this doing? Let's see, how is this doing? Let's see, how is this doing? Anyways, okay, so this should work now. Okay, it is working. And if I click here or tab or press anything, I don't have the sound playing. So first bug is fixed. I like it. Just gonna open up my GitHub desktop. Oh no, fork. I would like to keep track of this little change. So Flappy Bird, which are the changes that I've done. So scripts and nothing else. Player update, push. Okay, now let's go to score window and get score. You know what I want to have? Yes, so I would like to have a public static, public static action that is going to return my score, that is int. And I essentially am going to say on score changed. There you go. And here, okay, I have this debug, but I would like to get, like, no matter what's the name, I want to invoke this score. So I save, and here on score window I can just simply say score that on score change I want to subscribe, and I want to say up on score changed. Like what happens when score changes. This is for score window, but here is where we want to change the things to UI toolkit. But okay, let's update this piece of code. So when undestroyed, then just unsubscribe. So every time I update this in score, this one can be the same. Yeah, this doesn't need to change. So I don't need to use update method. Get achieved pipes. Okay. That to string. What's wrong with this? Specify string culture explicitly. What? Like yes. I'm just gonna ignore that. Let's play. I just want to see if the score is updated. Huh. Okay. This is not working. Get achieved pipes. Achieved pipes. So, okay. This is interesting. Okay. Now I see. So, okay. But I'm not setting the value there. Score. Okay, yeah. To me, if I write a class that says score, it is because I think and I assume that this will read and update the score. Like that's the way how it should work. But here we don't have we don't keep the track of the score. So why not? I don't know, but yes, they should have. The score is only one thing, so I think we should have a public static int score, or current score or something like that. Current score, yeah, starts in 0. And here we should say, I don't know, update score. Let's say public static void update score. So I should have this invoked here instead of there. So I'm gonna just keep this. We'll say, what is that? Okay, at the end, at the very end, I will say, oh, okay, it was, I sometimes hate AI because of that, but yeah. Equals 0. What's the idea? If I have, like, if score is, if score is less or equals this is gonna be the default value. I was thinking if this is 0 by default, then just update by 1. But yeah, at the end I don't need this, right? Like because I should have this update score, and yeah, I should have the update score that is essentially plus plus, current score plus plus, and I should have also a reset score, void public static void reset score. That is gonna set current score at 0. Simple as that. Have to rename this. So this is current score, yeah. Okay, reset the score. Reset score, dude. You forgot to type today. So yeah. What's the idea? When game manager starts, I should say score dot reset score. Okay, so this is 0. Okay. So current score is 0. So every time my pipes like successfully get passed by the birth, then score that update score. Essentially it is score plus plus, and here in the score window I would get, instead of these pipes, I don't know what else, I would use score that current score, that to string. So let's see if this works. So this should show 0 at the beginning, but it is not doing it. Why? Because when I'm doing the reset score, I should also call. I should also invoke on score change, invoke the current score. There you go. Yeah, forgot that. So this flags this, and here this is listening to this, and you get unsubscribe. Let's move this up so I can see that. Okay, highest score is get score, current score. Okay, there you go. Let's try again. So this should be 0 because it's gonna be flagged on start. Let's see. Okay, it didn't change. I would like to know why this was not flagged. When game manager starts, I should reset score, then I set the state. And because that is not an instance of anything, because it is just a static class, it should change, isn't it? Let's see. Debug. Okay. Maybe the issue is not there, but the issue is actually here. So I should when I subscribe to this, okay, it could be subscribed but not called. So I should say also on, I should call this on score change 0, because that's the value, or just a score that current score. There you go. So I pass the value. Yes, because I'm subscribing, but it could be subscribed after the thing was invoked. So that would be why. So let's play again. Yes, now we have 0. Okay, 2, 4. Why is this being called twice? Yes, this was called twice because why? Yes, is this twice, right? Two, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is doubled. But I think the issue here, that bug relies on the way how we were handling the pipes. And that's the next thing that we have to change. So I created, yeah, I was updating this in pipe. The pipe, okay. The approach that CodeMonkey took here was to create a list of pipes, and he created this pipe, and it was setting like, yeah, we have a pipe, but every time we have 2 pipes, and every time this thing gets like successfully is achieved by the birth, it flags, but we have just a couple, so that's why it is twice. And this is the way how he was doing it. I honestly don't like it that much, just because of that. So this is the next thing that we want to refactor. So we have, yes, we have 3 difficulties. Then I don't need this. So we have the difficulty, that is easy, medium, hard, impossible. We have the number of spawn pipes. What is this number for? Yeah, but what's the idea of this? Okay, this is to get the number to yeah. So the difficulty, yes, this is the spawn pipes. So if we get 3 plus, this is impossible. Okay, this is the way how we set up initially the difficulty. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I set the difficulty, yes. But when I'm creating the pipe, yeah, this is the thing that I have to change, that I want to change. So create pipe. So create pipe. Handle pipe movement. Yes, the thing is, okay, what the reason why he did that is because a pipe, if you see here, it has okay, where's the pipe? Where's the pipe? What is the pipe? We have a pipe body and a pipe head. And we get also yes, game assets. Yes, this is where we start getting things weird. So I would like to handle the pipe head and the pipe body in this script instead of the game assets thing. So I have this. This is the pipes manager. Do I need this instance? No, actually don't. I don't need this. Yes, I don't think I need this. Why I was needing this? I don't know. Does this break anything? Yes, I don't need this because I already have the score. So it should be score that current score that to string. Yes. So I don't need to rely on another game object just to get that. Okay, so let's go to pipes manager. So I would like to have here serialized field private, and I would like to have this. I'm not sure if this should be a transform. When I'm creating the pipe, I am doing it with a transform. So transform, on this case, this is gonna be pipe head prefab, and I will also have this for the pipe body prefab. I'm gonna save. Okay, got it. So where's my pipes manager? Oh yeah, this could be a level. Yeah, doesn't matter. So I have, what is the pipe body and pipe head? There you go. So I have the reference, and okay, I have this start shift pipes. This will be essentially, yeah, it could be just that, 0. Set difficulty, set left bound. So what do we need to change here? I think we don't need to change anything here. Nice. Handle pipe movement. So let's go here. I want, who is creating the pipes? Handle pipe spawning. Yeah, so I spawn first. So handle pipe spawning. So this thing is to set up the time that every pipe is gonna be spawned one after the other, or every couple of pipes. This is gap size. Gap size is 0. This height. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. These create pipes should be part of. I think. I don't know. These create pipes. Okay, this is to set the height. Okay, yes, because okay, the issue that we have is that, well, not the issue. The thing that how this is done is we have always the gap in the middle, and we are just doing this. This gonna be higher or lower until it reaches the gap. But I would like to also move the gap. That's the idea. So here I will say, I don't know. Yes, I want to replace this. I want to say set gap. Or get gap. I mean, I don't know. When I create the gap, what is this value? 50? Gap y float position. This is the gap y is only constant. Okay, this is 50. So hold on, 30. I'm gonna change this by 30. This is the value that I want to change. So if this is 30, it should be like lower, right? No. This is, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I just need to make some variations to that gap. So here there was only one. That was so random. Okay, I also want to have this. I have the minimum height somewhere. Because, okay, hold on, height and gap size. I don't know, maybe I just was super dumb and I was not able to add them. But let's see. Yeah, I'm just so dumb. When I reaches 30, I think the level. Yo, this is so much different. Yeah, I just was dumb and I didn't know how to set I didn't know how to set up the thing. Okay, we have that. It's working, it's doing the stuff. So things that I don't like, I set up this. I am creating, I think this is the pipe that is on top and this is the pipe that is on bottom. I create the head position and I set create bottom or create bool. Oh. Okay, so which are the properties of pipes? Has passed the birth. Transform, Sound Manager, update score. Cloud get component. Yeah, this is the thing is this is doing also the clouds. I would get the clouds in another script. Handle clouds movement. Okay, the idea, what's the idea here? Because I now started liking this, you know. So maybe I can just, you know, say what type of pipe is this? Like, is this the ground private? Bool is ground pipe equals false by default. And here I just can have this is ground pipe. Just bool is ground pipe equals false by default. So is ground pipe equals yes. There you go. So when I'm updating the score, so I want to update the score only if this is a ground pipe. If it's ground pipe, then update the score, otherwise do nothing. So with this, the score should be updated not twice but only once. So let's go. This is loading. So I have 0. No, this is not updating. And this is not updating because this is by default false. But if this is, let's say, create pipe, create bottom. So if create bottom, hold on. Create bottom, there you go. So if I update this script now, it should calculate by every bottom pipe the score. One, two, three. Nice, red tree. Ooh. This is getting harder and harder. Okay, this is more challenging. I like it. So let's update this like to more challenging, and updating score only if bottom pipe. There you go. Just update. Let's push this. Okay. Now I would like to have also my clouds manager, like level. I have my level clouds. Yeah, I should have a cloud manager or something like that. Yeah, I want to have, I will do that then. So let's create a new mono behavior that is essentially clouds manager. Clouds manager is going to have the array of transform. So what I'm going to do now is I will have a pipe manager and a clouds manager and everything different, so it is easier to read, because here right now we have just a script that is getting longer, but it has too much noise and I don't like that. So I will remove this one from here, just getting here my clouds. There you go. And also, yeah, what's that? Okay, this is handle clouds movement, so I will copy this and I will just put this here, and I will say update I will cut from here and I will paste it from here. I will say, okay, do I need this? I don't know. I don't think so, but so I need a left bound. This speed can be variable. So let's see. Serialized field, private float, pipe speed. Instead of pipe speed, I will have cloud and cloud speed. So this is the value that I'm gonna have here. I don't need to multiply for this factor, but I do need the left bounded. So maybe I need a maybe instead of doing a good refactoring, I'm just creating a lot of scripts unnecessarily. It can happen, why not? So I need the bounds, and the bounds are a property of the actual level. So I could have just a script that is level as the one that I had previously, level, but this is gonna get only the properties that I want. So let's create here a level. Now what? No. I want to have this level. What's wrong with this? This is not compiling because I have this issue. So let's just put this in comments for a sec, so this can compile, and I can drag and drop this in here. Level. Okay. A level in general has private as public, static. This can be, yeah, I don't know, public static level instance. Okay, instance, there you go. And here on awake, instance is equals to this. Simple as that. And I also need a public float. So I need to know the bounds. Bound is a float value. So public float a left bound, and that is privately, okay, this is set. This can be privately set, private set, and just get this public get. Get set, there you go. Same with which are the other bounds. So I should have the left. So I might need to have all the bounds available, you know. So let's go duplicate this. Oh, what I've done. And so let's go here. Okay, this is the right one. Top and the bottom. Okay, so start. So where I am getting this value assigned. So they initially are 0, yes. So here is where I'm setting up this value. So, okay. Actually, I'm just gonna cut this here. And I will place it here. So, set boundaries. And this is the method that invokes this set left bound, and left bound is equals to all this. Nice. Get my camera. Where is the bound? Set is left bound. No. Like this can be just left bound equals to level instance of left bound. Simple as that. I'm gonna uncomment this. So start here, left bound. Okay, I will have this as private. I will just create this field here. Yes. And this is essentially left bound equals to level instance of that. If level that instance is new. Actually, if this is new, return. Okay, I have to rename this because dyslexia. So clouds manager, nice. Okay, I have my left bound. Why is it important? Because it defines what is the limit, so I don't destroy that cloud, and I just put it here, like in the next, in the other side of the screen, and I don't destroy an instance multiple times. I just get the same cloud moving randomly, and it looks like it is just a different cloud. Okay, nice. Where I have my cloud manager, so this is my level and this is my cloud. I should move this one up. So I have my level script here. There you go. This is the instance. Okay, that's cool. Good. And the clouds. Let's see my cloud manager. Is this one? What's the pipe speed? Pipes manager pipe speed is 30. So let's begin with let's say 25. So cloud speed. Okay. So for now, as it is, Flappy Bird, okay, before the level starts, the clouds are just static, and once the player starts moving, the clouds move. But I would like to have the clouds moving like slower at the beginning, and then just, you know, doing the stuff. So I would like to have just a constant here, can be private const float initial, yeah, cloud speed, initial cloud, oh my goodness, cloud speed, could be this one. So here var cloud, so var speed, yeah, could be just like that. If so, I don't ask in everything, but in every frame. If, let's say, a game manager that game state is begin, or if this is game over already, or this is game over, then okay, var speed equals 0f. So this is a float. So, and I'm gonna put speed. There you go. Nice. If that's the case, so speed is will be essentially just the slow value. Otherwise, speed is the value that we have in our serialized field. So let's see how this looks like. Where are my clouds? So I have these clouds. Oh. Oh, yes. So I have this. Okay, hold on. One thing is the transform. I know I just have the transform. Okay, cool. So I need just to drag them here. So here, I will drag them here. Okay, I got them. Can unlock this. I will save. And now, clouds should be moving very slow. I think this is too fast. And once this is playing, the clouds move faster. Oh, this is challenging as hell. Yeah. Okay, nice. This is stop. So clouds are slower, but I think they are too fast. So I will put them kind of slower, maybe like 65 or something. Let's try that. Let's check this out real quick. So play. By the way, if you are not following me, please do me a favor and follow me. Okay, yeah, I do like a lot more this speed. Like they kind of move very slow, and then yeah, they are very slow. I do like more that speed. Okay, we have now the clouds. This is the upper boundary and the ground. Am I happy with the ground movement? I don't know. I don't really know. Not fully convinced. Because this is like we have two options. We can leave it as it is. So once this reaches some values, it just moves back. Or because this is just an array of tiles, we can just have something like that, an array of tiles, and spawning them like we are doing with the pipes, and once they reach the end, they spawn here. I don't know, having more game objects for that. I do prefer to have only a single game object to do that. So let's create just a ground manager. Level, yeah, let's create a ground manager. That is gonna be essentially just a mover. So I don't know. Could be for the ground, and it could be also for the sky. So just ground. Let's see, because pipes manager, where is the handle clouds movement? Okay, hold on. Boundaries movement, and what it does. That translate what is low. I'm not moving the ceiling at all. Yeah, it doesn't need to move actually. No, it's just a static object. Okay, yeah, so ground is fine. So ground. So this can be just ground movement. Handle ground movement. There you go. We have an update. So if game manager that game state is not, or not, well, is not playing, then just return. This is the only state that we want the ground to move, so handle ground movement. Here we get the, okay, so I need this serialized field for the ground, lowest boundary, just ground transform. Let's just do it. Ground start position, okay. Let's create this field. Bro, create this field. And oh, this is, hold on. Ground, okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Ground, this is a vector 3, yes, yes, it is. But where this is getting set up? Lowest boundary position. So what is the lowest boundary position? Ah, the initial position. Okay, makes sense. So here on the start, so ground, okay. So what's the thing that I have found? This is a speed, and this can be also serialized, but this is gonna be the same as the player one. So just how can I say this? Private const float speed equals to I think it is 30. So yeah, player I have a jump speed. What is the player speed? So rigid body, blah blah blah. Ah, player doesn't move, it is pipe speed is 30, so 30f. Nice. Speed, okay, this is 30. That's pretty much it. So what's the thing that I've been doing? So I set up the initial position manually on my side to see where is gonna be the initial position. So if I place this right now as it is, I was calculating that when it reaches this center, reaches the left, and it moves back again, we don't see this jump. So that's why this is my reference. So this is essentially my ground. Let's see, level, I will have my ground here, so you should have also ground, and this is my ground. Yeah, okay, so let's play. Nice. So if I start moving, then when the center of the ground reaches some value, reaches the center of the screen, yeah, when it reaches 0, yeah, that was my reference. So I set up this an initial value, and once this reaches the center of the screen, it resets its value and start moving back, and I just keep the cycle, because I'm not changing the velocity or the speed of the thing. We could do that, but I don't know, maybe too much stuff for a single tutorial. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but all I think that I'm pretty happy with it, with this. So now pipes only have pipes manager has only the pipe logic. Am I using this value? Get I'm not, I don't need this value. I'm just removing the idea is again just refactoring. I'm just trying to refactor this project to keep it clean so I can just do a tutorial about it. Pipes that count, if this is 0, remove add. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Then we have to move to UI toolkit, but I don't know, I don't want to do it right now. It's 10 a.m. here, so it's kind of late. I'm gonna pause the stream, or I'm gonna just leave the stream for now here, and I'm gonna plan maybe to do it tomorrow. I don't know, let's see, because I need to check first about the UI toolkit stuff, and then I will see. I don't know, but yeah. And also I need to change the assets because these are Code Monkey's assets and I don't want to use them because I'm gonna have some sort of income of this tutorial, so I have to change them. I'm gonna do it maybe out of stream, so I'm gonna just go for some food. Yeah, we were using the input action. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna now a bit happier with this. I saw this debug that log, so I'm gonna just get rid of this. I don't need you. Yeah, so I have the score. Actually, yeah, actually I'm thinking maybe like I do like to have this score value here. That is great. But I'm just thinking about if what if I want to do like a different, I don't know, if I want to change the speed of the game. And maybe I was thinking about creating an scriptable object with the level stats. So I store the score and I store the speed, and I can update the score and I can update the speed. I don't know, like right now the project is nicely decoupled. Game manager, so I could have, okay, the idea is which are the next steps. I would like to have a UI manager. The sound currently is relying on this static thing, which is nice for this game because we are not changing the audio volume or stuff like that. Like, this is nice. But I'm not also fully convinced of this. I say that I wanted to get rid of this assets. Having these game assets like in a real huge project, this could be a massive, an insanely massive script, and it doesn't make sense, to be honest. Actually, yeah, we should have something like this, but in like a scriptable object. So if we have different levels, we just switch the sprites according to what we have. That could be interesting. I don't know. We could implement this tomorrow maybe by doing that. But as it is for now, I'm happy with it. So I'm just gonna leave the stream for now. So see you later.